Welcome back to Shenanigans, everybody.
Scrubs.
Bear's still running across the screen. Okay. Ryan, take it away.
Okay, so it is the next morning. You have proceeded through the rest of your night. I guess I'll let you guys have whatever conversation you wanted to have.
Right.
So, we trust him?
I
say
think
until
we
we
should
find out what he has in his shipments. I mean, if perhaps he's trying to transport a little girl who has a tattoo that shows the only remaining dry land.
But then if he is telling the truth, we'll make less money after learning it, because part of the payment was predicated on the notion of not knowing what was in the shipment.
Yeah.
I think if I become great friends with him, he will tell me what's inside, though. What this whole deal is and why he's wanted.
Well, you are certainly more personable than I remember you being in the past. A lot more personable. I actually like you a lot now, Max. Sorry for accusing your family of murder. I think there's a line between friendship and business that's hard to cross. You know?
I have an idea.
Well, I could always suggest him to reveal that information.
I don't think that would make a difference, whether you're his friend or not, and asking him to do it, you know?
If there is, let's say, a hole that light can be shown through into that chest, I could wraith form inside of it and look in.
But that's still dishonest. We're still breaking our contract with the man by looking in his box.
Yeah, but it might go unnoticed.
Perhaps we could simply show him this bounty notice and tell him that he must inform us what this is.
Straightforward, honest approach.
Yeah, but like, hey, dude,
I like
we
it.
know.
It's beyond reproach.
Yeah. And if we don't turn him in, I mean, at least
I learned it from my Little League coach.
Usually pretty trustworthy.
So confront the man named Michelangelo.
That seems like the way to go.
Okay, so after your night of curiosities, burying a body and all, you have a rather uneventful last couple of hours. And as the sun rises, the last group of you on watch sees approaching from the north Michelangelo.
Wait a minute.
Sup, Mikey?
Can we remem spells?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
At dawn, Michelangelo approaches the camp.
And Droopy did nap, so she just relearned spells and was remained awake.
All right.
I do not need to relearn my fists, for I know my fists like the back of my hand.
I memorized the same spell.
Hold on, how many pebbles did I get back?
There were 36 on the ground, one that the rock had, and another that you did not recover.
Yeah, I would have given him that one back. I already have 2.
Yeah, wait, why'd you pick up that one when you have your rock?
Because I didn't bring my rock with me.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I guess we are waiting until Michelangelo's here.
Okay, so yeah, if he's here, you're memorizing your spells right now, then, Nick? Okay. So while you're memorizing spells, Michelangelo approaches the group. I hope you had a restful evening. We shall set off quite soon to recover my shipment.
It was less restful than it could have been because of the bounty hunters after you.
Bounty hunters? Whatever do you mean?
So Zen has the paper?
Yep. Show him the paper.
He takes it, looks at it. They see they've increased the reward to 10,000. Never mind. These fools are always trying to get lucky and catch me. So far, they haven't.
It's in our best
I have a feeling they're after more than your lucky charms.
Yeah, I think we should know why you are wanted. I mean, that wasn't. You haven't disclosed any of these information to us.
Yes, openness is the fist of truth.
Well, what I will say is that Stoneport has a very rocky and turbulent past with the stonemasons there. Some of them are very jealous of my skills, and whenever I leave my home in Stoneport, they always try to catch me while I'm gone. I
So it's
say,
the
after many years, they have not yet succeeded in
so
separating
it's
people.
yeah, so it's the other stonemasons that are offering this massive reward for your head.
Yes, that's probably the best term to call them. They are.
That seems unlikely.
stone.
They are also asking about your shipments. That was important too. If they simply
Well,
wanted your skills,
it is clearly my stonemason supplies. It is trade secrets of what I am shipping, and
It's proprietary, bro.
they would love to know what I have to make my stone so great and lifelike.
So a stonemason's net worth.
stonemason supplies. You mean rocks?
Lifelike. Uh-huh.
More than your ordinary rocks, but that is all I will say. If you wish to continue for your reward, then we shall set out post haste once you are ready.
We must know what is in there so that we can know whether you are villain or saint in this matter. We would not wish to be aiding someone who is villain.
Before we reach our destination, I will reveal to you what is in the crate. However, until we reach...
Can I take a look at the bounty?
Hold on.
Right now, are you asking for it from Michelangelo? Or
yeah, I want to take a look at the paper that they had handed him.
If I'm still memorizing
he will
spells,
hand it back
to
you as you reach up. He'll say, yes, you can keep it. It is a bad drawing of myself.
I want to look and see who signed it. Who is the authority under which this was given?
Oddly, it doesn't have any authority that you recognize.
It would say who's giving the reward.
Yes, except at the bottom it says that the reward will be given by... Let's see. Yes, the reward will be given by Sylvester the Stone.
Do I recognize that name?
You do not recognize that name unless you are a stonemason from Stoneport.
I'm not. Okay,
hold
this is
on.
what I want to propose to the party.
I saw his movie.
We take this man along and head back to Berkshire, and while we rest the night there, we can go about and inquire. We'll see if any authority in town has heard of this Sylvester Stone clown. And if he's indeed a proper authority, then we know that this man is lying to us.
I mean, Artie, just because someone put a bounty on his head doesn't mean he did anything wrong.
But if the bounty is from the state...
Well, I mean, then what if they're just a bunch of corrupt dudes and he's got them all in his pocket?
Well, let's see what the authority in Berkshire has to say.
Hold on. Are we still rememorizing spells?
Yes, you can. While you were memorizing spells is when he approached and
okay, then
bounty conversations.
Yeah, I'm gonna change out one of my spells.
Okay.
What kind of special bounty hunters leap from tree to tree?
And turn trees to stone, and then back to wood.
Isn't it obvious?
Stonemasons?
Stonemason, yeah.
Magical stonemasons?
Magical stonemason bounty hunters. Mikey.
Geomancers, earth elementalists.
No. Magical stonemason assassins. Get it right. Bounty hunters.
Same.
Get it right. No, it's not.
Yes.
Geometers are not stonemason ninja bounty hunters.
They could be. They could be.
No. A bunch of nerds are like flying around trees. No. No. I mean, look at these nerds over here. I mean, I throw something at them, and they barely have time to react. Like, whoa! And then it hits
See,
them.
you were named after your brain.
No, man. Named after my biceps, my triceps, and my rock hard abs.
You know, it strikes me that you might be in league with the stonemasons. The Rock.
I never noticed that before.
Dun
So-
dun dun.
So is Michelangelo still here?
He's at camp, like at the edge of camp, just waiting for you guys to finish packing up.
Okay.
If you want to talk to him, you can approach and he'll speak.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him, and I say, you know what? You should really tell us what's going on so we can protect you better. And I use my ring to cast suggestion. And it says if it fails, it has no effect. So he cannot see that I casted a spell because I didn't do any wavy stuff with my
Yeah.
ring.
Okay, what is your suggestion? That he tell you what's
What
going
really is going on. Yeah.
on? Okay, so your suggestion works on him. He turns to you and says, I am escorting a high-valued shipment to my master just north of Wickham-Runta, and I am avoiding assassination attempts by rivals while doing so.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That doesn't mean he's
Sounds
not a bad
pretty good.
guy.
Doesn't, but we're on legit business.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, if that high value shipment is a little child Medusa that they use to turn people into statues,
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no, cute evil. Little
Now,
children.
what shipment is worth enough money that you can spend 3,000 gold to ship it?
It is
4,000
kind-
gold?
It is the kind of shipment that we make every very many years. Probably once every 15 years, we make a shipment of this like. So it is very valuable materials for the stonemason trade.
Very valuable. See, guys, they really got to get a lot of peanut butter up there.
Mm-hmm.
Those stonemasons do get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think let's head on. I
Okay,
think
you're good on
we don't have
spells,
to
Nick?
worry about anything along the road. Am I right?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Good one.
You good with your spells, Nick?
Yep, those
Okay.
are them.
Well, then, the party approaches around the end of the day. Michelangelo says, about a mile ahead at a bend is where I left the wagon when the bandits came for us and killed my
Okay.
men.
If any of you see anything, let me know because I'm going to cast a detection spell right away.
What kept the wagon there? Like,
Why would they not rob the wagon if they were bandits?
Well, all I know is the site that they took. I fled to Berkshire once the combat began.
Can you leap from tree to tree?
I suppose I could try.
I mean, Artie, can you leap tree to tree?
Nope.
Okay. You sure you don't want to try?
I don't fly.
I mean, not with that attitude.
So
Well,
I shall wait here until you check that the coast is.
Now, Rock, that was a little rude.
No, like, hey, Zen, can't you make things fly now?
Yeah.
See? Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I shall wait here while you guys check that the coast is clear.
All right.
We can see it from where we're standing?
There's a bend in the road, and he said it's on the other side of that bend.
Okay. Before we go
It's like a mile
beyond
away.
that band, I'm
You
going
can
to
see it,
cast.
but it's a ways.
I'm going to cast a spell that would locate any of those shady things that went after us yesterday. So I'm gonna cast locate object for a black hood again.
You do not sense any black hoods, provided I'm assuming you buried both of the two that you found. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
you do not sense any black hoods in the area.
All right. The coast is clear, guys. We can go ahead, unless there are other shady things ahead that I don't know.
Where white hoods in the day.
Oh.
The coast is clear, guys.
Yes, that is good for shipping, but we must know what it lies up around the bend in the road. But it is good to know that the pirates have fled the coast.
Indeed. Let's continue. Your cargo isn't trapped, right? We don't have to worry about that.
No. Just discover that the cargo is still where I thought it to be, and I'll approach. I just want to make sure that there's nothing dangerous waiting.
Artie. You stay with him to protect him while we go check it out.
I have a fine trap spell I think might be useful.
Oh, that actually would be really useful.
Okay. All right. Then we need somebody to stay with
I'll
him.
stay here. Right, Michelangelo? Angelo?
Sounds great. I like you for some reason. I don't normally like those people.
Yes.
I
My
mean, Max is just like,
personality has been, enhanced.
I mean, how can you just not like Max? I mean, he's
He's Max.
He's just such a cool guy.
such
I don't
a
know
cool
why.
guy. Yeah, you don't. No, you don't know why, do you, Artie?
You must have been a very sad and lonely young boy.
No, not really. I mean, I didn't go about blackmailing my friends.
So everyone but Max is heading to where the wagon was said to be?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Druby is going to sniff the air the closer they get to the wagon if she smells anything weird coming from it.
Okay, so as you are approaching,
maybe 400 or 500 feet out, I want to cast a fine trap spell. It has a range of 90 feet. And so from 500 feet or so, I'm going to cast it and then walk forward and keep detecting.
Okay, you do sense a trap ahead from where the wagon is supposed to be.
Oh.
Good spell if you don't have a rogue.
The caster learns the general nature of the trap, magical or mechanical, but not its exact effect, nor how to disarm it.
It is a magical an origin, and you get the sense that touching the wagon would trigger it.
Do you tell us
And as the rest of you are approaching, so it comes into sight, you do see the wagon sitting there, and there are scattered on the ground all around. There are chunks of rock.
The wagon is trapped.
Wait a minute.
And yeah, I've yet to get it worked out or mapped.
Wait a minute. The guy, I can't remember your name, but somebody has chickens. If we threw a chicken at the cart, it'd set the trap off.
Perhaps, but it might destroy the contents as well.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so the thing's there, and he told us the trap is magical, so...
Let me investigate. I might be able to find some way to negate.
Oh, good. We might not have to kill Artie.
You know, I've had about enough of your shit, Zen. You got a problem with me?
That was not in-game.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what I thought. Let's go take a look at that wagon.
That was completely out of game.
All right. I'm going to go investigate the wagon and see if I can't find more information by looking closely at it. In particular, I'm looking for any sort of like magical glyphs or words or signs or seals
Yes, so as you get closer, you realize that it's mostly centered on what appears to be the door hinges into the wagon. So I'll describe the wagon now. It is a flat wood panel of like heavy wood oak. There is no slits that you can see in. Their walls are full panels, and then they are bands of brass basically along the edges of the wagon, kind of sealing it in. And at the back, there is a latch that is locked. And you also sense that opening that lock would basically, once that door is open, that was what would trigger the trap.
Perfect.
We can go around it. We could open the wagon by going through the canopy or a side. As long as we leave the doors untouched, we should be fine.
How are we to transport this wagon?
We could still pull it by horses. We brought some donkeys. Just don't go inside.
Yeah.
You won't be fried.
Ryan, does Droopy smell anything from the cart?
You do notice a slight odor coming from it. It kind of reminds you slightly of like a barn or something, but it's not anything super strong that you recognize. It's just you smell the scent of hay. That's something you recognize.
I go up to them, point at the wagon. Smells like barn and animals.
Okay then.
I'll go up to the side of the wagon, staying away from the back.
Nobody else understood that except then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no reaction from within.
Perhaps it is not a cockatrice.
But what you do notice is that what appears to be the remains, is rubble that was around, appears to be what looks like approximately 20 bandits, or pieces of statues of 20 bandits.
Dude. This guy gets attacked by a lot of rocks.
Are we sure he's not transporting a cockatrice?
I don't know. Notch seems to be the one that knows things about cockatrice.
I don't know. The DM's face had a little smile on it when I said the word cockatrice.
I've had that smile a couple of times. Different suggestions. So which one's right?
Cockatrice.
All right.
Now I am confused then. How would the cockatrice, if locked inside, have turned all these bandits to stone, and then they all got broken apart?
Then it must not be a cockatrice. It must be a Medusa or a basilisk, something with a gaze.
But then how would it have sealed itself inside when the lock is on the outside?
No,
and then trapped the door.
It locks it from the inside. It stones them from the inside, and then some of them are just naturally off balance when they're turned to stone and fall over.
Now, guys, you know what we can do to figure it out? Mikey isn't around, is he?
Nope. He is about a mile away with Max.
Sweet. So, guys, what we can do is we can go into a town and just start bragging about how cool this thing is. Leave it unattended and watch people try and break into it and see what happens to them.
Kind of a terrible idea. What if an innocent person does it?
This is true, but do you think an innocent person would wander through the middle of the night to go and basically rob a wagon that's just kind of chilling there?
Fine. Do you think that someone trying to rob a wagon is worthy of the death penalty?
Probably not.
No, that is reserved for people whose...
It is reserved.
Whose circuses are attacked by insane gnomes.
I see. It was just merely a suggestion.
The sort of suggestion one would expect from a rock. Violence is the only answer that one knows.
I did not suggest anything violent at all.
Oh, yes, you did. A person being turned to stone is a violent death.
Is it?
Their organs are turned to stone. That's pretty... It destroys them entirely.
Before these guys crumbled apart, I bet they were quite intact. Now, whatever happened to them afterwards, that was violent. I can guarantee you that.
So while you guys are investigating, Mikey, our good friend, says to Max, while they're checking that out, regale me with some of the stories of your adventures. I do so like to hear them.
Oh, well, I fought a dragon, a black one. That was kind of epic.
I'd like to hear more about that. And then we'll get back to you guys while Max tells the story.
Okay.
Yeah, good. I call out to the side of the way. Is anyone in there who can speak? If you're there, perhaps you could move and let us know.
Drupi is going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You detect a magical aura coming from inside the crate, as well as the magic of the trap on the door.
Okay, can you describe the auras to me? Because I do sense the strength.
Yes, it is. Let's see what school that is. You do
Isn't
sense
it like 10% per level or something?
Oh yeah, 10% per level chance.
Okay.
The sphere of magic, but I do get the intensity anyway. So intensity is dim, faint, moderate, strong, or overwhelming.
It is moderate.
From inside?
Yes, from inside.
And the trap?
The trap is faint.
And I have a 40% chance to guess get the sphere of School of Magic for both, or each has a 40% chance.
Okay, yeah. So from inside, it is alteration school. So you do get that.
Hey, you guys said this thing was on the handles, right?
By the way, I give this information to Zen.
All right. I relay it to the rest of the people.
All right, so the trap is on the handle.
Trap is weak.
Trap is on the whole door.
On the whole door.
Yeah.
Well, I specifically asking that, but I'm gonna knock on one of the sides.
I'm going to take a strip of cloth and tie it around my eyes, give myself a headband or a blindfold so that I can't see.
Okay. So you cannot see.
Yes.
Tapping on the side, by the way, didn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
Do I detect any other magic except the card?
Nope. Nothing besides that and what you guys have on you. Although the rock does have from his bag some faint magic.
Just
like
turn around.
Well, he'd also. Don't you have like potions as well?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of magic bullets. I've got some
Hold on.
arrows.
So you sense a lot of magic coming from the rock, from all of his items.
All right, we never actually settled who actually got those.
Yeah.
The bullets and arrows. I have them written down on my character sheet, but if you have them, I'll delete them.
All right, I'll definitely keep the arrows.
Okay.
I'll,
Okay.
Anyway, to Zen, Ruby goes, trap weak. Probably doesn't kill. Only faint.
Do we really want to try?
Not me.
Not I.
Ruby looks at the rock.
Not him, Artie.
I don't think any of us are gonna try and open that door.
No, we don't need to though.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Let's get
back
not
to
needed
him.
for our mission. Let's just hook up our donkeys and keep going.
Oh, and Artie, as far as do those people deserve the death penalty? Did that guy jumping through the trees last night deserve the death penalty?
Well, considering I
I
heard
don't know
sounds
that
of
you
combat
guys
and battle all around me, I figured we were under attack, and yeah. That does get the death penalty. I was defending myself. It's a stand my ground town.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a stand your ground town.
It's a stand my ground town.
All right, this brings new opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Okay,
seen that.
and I guess we do that.
So you
Fully automatic crossbows are outlawed. Not anymore. A gnome did it once.
I
One
don't
of my
think you
cousins.
should have told people that this is a stand your ground town. I think Shenanigans is going to be overwhelmed now, Neal, by poorly justified killings.
It's going to be overwhelmed now?
Yeah.
It hasn't been happening the entire time?
I'm never sitting down. So should we just go tell Mikey that good to go?
Yeah, let's just go get this stupid.
Okay, so you guys saddle up the donkeys with the cart and begin making your way towards Mike.
Are we going to tell him about the trap? I think we should tell him about the trap.
I've still got my blindfold on.
And as you guys are walking up, I'm adding my story with, and then I sling the dragon with my magical sling, and his brain exploded. That's when you guys come in.
That's quite impressive. You noticed that while you were telling, he had taken some notes. Pulled out a little pocket diary and had taken some notes while you were telling the story. Getting certain details just right. Asking you to repeat occasional ones.
You said it exploded? Why didn't you ever tell me the story, Max? That's pretty dope.
I don't know. I didn't feel like I had the charisma to do so until now.
See. Some dude, you just gotta wait for the right moment. I mean,
That's true.
you're probably just a little nervous, you know.
Okay, so when you guys reach them, then Mike Angelo will go over and he takes a quick look at it. You see he goes over, touches kind of the lock, like where the door is, kind of looks at it, like making sure, like he's like, okay, kind of gives the wagon the once over and says, okay, looks like we're good to go. And he climbs up on top, so he's sitting on top of the sealed wagon structure. He's just kind of sitting cross-legged on top of it.
I go, Michelangelo, how is it that the cockatrice inside was able to slay all these bandits and yet still be locked inside?
You didn't
That
look
would seem to
inside this
indicate
thing
danger.
now, did you? That would be forfeiting you your gold.
How could we look inside if there's a trap on the door?
Ah, I see you found that. Well, like I said, the wagon itself is not trapped, but if you try opening it, that is when you would have the trap. And of course, you guys agreed that you will not look inside the wagon.
And we have not, but look at all these stone statues all around here. Either you were
it
doing...
appears those bandits befell a bad fate.
Yeah, it looks like
So my question is, how were they turned to stone by the cockatrice while the cockatrice was still locked inside? Because that seems like a danger to us.
As a stonemason, I don't see... these don't appear to be cockatrice stone. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a wide range of creatures and abilities and things that can turn such things as these bandits to stone.
Oh, and don't get me started on how many different rocks there are. There's a lot of different rocks.
Yes, you've talked about them many times, the rock, big ones and small ones.
Oh, and you got good ones and you got crappy ones too. Oh,
You know, you would fit in with Stoneport very well, Mr. Rock.
Oh, I know I would. Like, I think that's where that's where I learned some of this stuff about rocks.
You know,
Or
what
at least-
we're transporting could be an unlimited supply of rocks for you.
I mean, I've already got an unlimited enough supply of rocks. I mean, look, there's a rock. I got a rock back here. There's a rock over there. There's lots of rocks.
Well, now
Wait a
that you guys have had your chance to discover, if you guys would like to make your gold on time, I say that we get going.
Hold on.
This
First,
would
real
seem
quick,
to be a danger if the whatever creature inside there is capable of turning things to stone even while still locked inside, how can it not be also a danger to us?
You have nothing to fear from myself or this box. Just escort us and all shall remain safe.
Last night, the top of a tree was turned to stone.
Really? I did not see any such stone trees. Those are considered quite rare where I come from.
It was only the top of the tree, as if somebody or something had the effect there.
That is most interesting. Perhaps we will discover more along the way. Could you tell me some more details?
Have you heard any creature that could turn trees into rocks?
Or make bugbears disappear.
I have not heard of such creatures. However, turning trees into rocks could be done quite simple by any proficient stonemason. You know, when they finish their stonemason training at the academy.
I told you he was a wizard.
No, you said he was a geo-macro man.
Geomancer!
Geo-macro man, whatever.
Pretty good.
All right, let's
pronounced geographer.
I think we can all agree that we will continue this mission.
No, Notch, that's maps.
Yeah, let's kind of get on with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
No, it's mathematicians that draw maps.
So after, and if you guys agree to continue, which it sounds like you do, after about 2 days of travel, you reach Berkshire once.
There was a different spell I want to memorize the
Okay.
next day.
You can
by the
memorize
way,
a spell.
why are we moving so slow?
Like, why did it take only a day to get to there?
It camped one night, so it's 2 days of travel. This may have been farther out of the square, not quite the straight scale.
All right.
Right, I keep the blindfold on.
You keep the blindfold on the entire time?
Yes.
Okay. So,
But it's okay because I have blind fighting.
Yes. Okay. Well then, after the second day, it has been very, very much so uneventful. At this point, now that you guys have regained the wagon, Mike Angelo does not seem to leave its side. When you set up camp, he just sits on top of the wagon still. He doesn't leave the wagon side now that you have recovered it.
And here we can see the wild Michelangelo in his natural habitat. I'm definitely like doing this the whole night.
Okay, and after about an hour or so of you doing that, Michelangelo turns, looks you in the eyes, and says, "Just because you're named the Rock doesn't mean you have to act as dumb as one."
Oh, and now he appears to be angry. Quick, let's leave before he gets vicious and attacks. I've heard they've got nasty teeth.
He kind of just like rolls over again, still in his cloak. And at this point, you guys realize you've been with this guy for like 4 days, and you've never seen under his cloak. He always just is holding it closed around him.
You know, some people get really cold.
Yes.
Probably means he's lonely.
And so this night, the wagon, you guys have reached Berkshire.
Maybe
so
he's
the wagon,
a man Medusa, He-Dusa.
The wagon is next to Shenanigans. He does not take a room. He just decides to sleep on the roof.
Is with his hood on, is this whole headish area like big enough to hold a head full of snakes?
It is not. That you could guess. I mean, it looks kind of normal head size. Maybe if they were small snakes or something.
Yeah, maybe they're just small snakes.
Smallest snakes of all.
Maybe it's a buzz cut?
Poor snakes. Poor snakes.
So we rest inside Shenanigans. Next day.
Yeah. Next day, you guys head out to the east.
I wanted to talk to Desmond or an authority in Berkshire, actually.
Okay.
I want to go talk to the mayor and ask him if he recognizes who the person on the end of the warrant is, or the bounty is. Person who signed
Okay,
it.
so you go to the mayor's office. They do pull out their giant book of like nobles and whatnot that they have, and in the section of Stoneport, there is you recognize two names. One is the Angelo family, and the other is the Stone family.
The Stone Loan family.
The Stone. It's the Stone family, as being two of the noble families and involved in the stonemasonry trade of Stoneport.
Okay, I then want to ask the mayor if this bounty is legal in the area of Berkshire. Like, is that...
The mayor,
are they in a different county, and so the bounty doesn't apply? Like, it only applies within their county borders,
Yes.
or is this bounty legitimate all throughout the entire kingdom?
The bounty is legitimate within the southern steps and the Stoneport area.
Only.
Yes, it is not enforced outside of the Stoneport area.
Okay.
So you would have to bring it to Stoneport to turn it in.
And on top of that, it would be kidnapping to enforce it outside of those lands.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I will relay this information to the party outside of earshot of Michelangelo. If I have to go person to person separately, I'll do that. But I'll let everyone know the legality of the situation.
All right.
Hey, thanks for finding that out, Pint Size.
Well, I guess we keep escorting.
Okay.
Next day.
So next day, you guys make it further along.
Will the
road.
wagon fit on our boat?
The wagon is about 9 feet by 12 feet.
We got a keel boat.
9 feet wide, 12 feet long. It's a pretty decent sized wagon. I don't know what size boat you have, so.
That's a huge wagon.
Keel boat size. What's that?
It's small. It will fit all of us.
And a donkey.
And a donkey. Hopefully 2 donkeys, because we have 2 donkeys and a pair of dogs.
Yeah.
Doesn't someone have like a gerbil or something?
Don't forget, I have 4 chickens now.
We got
Right,
oh, yeah,
that's it. 4 chickens.
Wait, don't you?
No.
4 chickens and a special chicken, right?
No,
No, he killed the other
turned
one.
one of the one of the
Okay.
chickens is
Okay.
now in our stomachs.
Okay, I was
What?
thinking 5 total. But okay. Never mind.
Now it's 4 total.
Okay. And then, so as you guys are setting camp for the night, one day out of Berkshire, he asks again, this time for the first time that you've actually seen, he tries to interact very heavily with the rest of you guys while you guys are setting up camp. And he asks about stories, what your favorite adventures were.
Well, you see, there's this one time that, so back at the bar there, Desmond, you know that bar top right there?
Yes.
Desmond actually had a termite infection in there.
Mm.
Infestation. And honestly, like he gave us the most awesome way to solve it. What they did was they got a wizard over from the wizard school place, and they shrunk us down. And we're all down there, ah! And then we go in there. So we actually go into
It was
the
an
bar.
incredible journey.
It was a very incredible journey. And
What the hell would you know?
Sounds familiar. There was this school of wizards that they would take a wagon and shrink it down and go on these amazing adventures.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
you've heard that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that we're sharing all our stories, but we haven't heard any of your epic adventures. What is your greatest adventure? I cast suggestion with my ring.
This would be my greatest adventure. This adventure I have been planning for most of my life, to go on this particular adventure. I've been living a boring life as a stonemason.
Didn't you say that you always do these trips? Like this is one of
Every
your
15
usual
years.
every set years, yeah.
Yes.
15 though.
Yes, every 15 years this trip is made.
Aha.
However,
And this is the most special one, huh?
This is the most special one.
And why is that?
Yes.
Because of us.
Yes.
It's because of us.
Normally, I just have a quick and easy trip. There's no hubbub, but this time, it's special. It's an adventure. There's danger abound.
I mean, that's why I hired adventurers.
Yes.
So you said
Only
you
the
were
best
working
heroes.
for your master. Who is your master?
My master is a very private person, and you may get a chance to meet my master when we deliver the wagon. However, I will leave it to my master to reveal themselves to you.
Okay. Well,
I
tell me when it's the next day again. I have
Okay.
a new question for him.
Okay. So settles camp, moves over next day. Again, this like the whole day before you guys set camp. This whole day, he starts one-on-one conversations, trying to get each person and their greatest accolades. And this whole time, he's kind of taking notes as he one-on-one has conversations with each of you.
Can he speak Kobold?
He cannot speak Kobold.
Well, then he gets no stories from Droopy.
Yes.
Aw.
Droopy is left alone.
Droopy isn't really keen of telling him stories anyway. He seems weird. Now that we are out of the barn, what does Droopy smell from him?
From him, you maybe get the faintest hint of limestone scent.
smells like a rock. Whoa.
Something is there, but Droopy's brain is not good enough to make the connection.
Droopy doesn't have a good brain.
She has 5 intelligence, so I don't think so. I mean, it's a good brain for a kobold. 8 willpower or wisdom.
Okay, so you said you had another question today?
Yeah, if it's the next day, I ask a new question. And I come up to him privately without the others close by. And I ask him, you know, my companions, they are, you know, if you share secrets with them, they will gonna tell everyone. But if I can keep your secrets safe, you know, you don't have to worry about me. It might be I'm a wizard myself, but tell me, what is it that you have in your, in your wagon? And I use suggestion again.
I have a highly highly secretive. Yes, I have a very highly secretive trade secret. He specifically uses the word secret about 5 times while.
Wrong question,
describing
Max.
Yeah, I know.
What is the secret? It's a secret.
So it's a creature, right?
He'll kind of give a small pause and say, "Yes, there are creatures in there."
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's all. It's all good and dandy. Yeah, we can continue with our travel.
Okay. So the next day passes, and you notice that as the days go on, he does get more and more sociable, to the point where it's almost seeming like his personality is slightly different.
Okay, new question.
He seems a lot more charming, and you know he's putting in more and more jokes around camp, and just kind of engaging a lot more. Whereas before he was very aloof.
One day, just one day, maybe the day we go out of Shirebrook, while he's talking to someone else, Droopy is going to cast Analyze Balance on him.
Okay.
That's fairly complicated, so
Yeah.
it tells me the degree to which the alignment of the creature is removed from true neutral. I have a 5% chance per level to correctly determining the direction of variation.
Okay, and what level are you?
4, so I have 20% chance.
Okay. And you roll this, right?
Uh,
Or
yeah,
is this
yeah, I want low, so D100. Yeah,
Okay, so you get nothing.
And just to be clear, I continue to wear the blindfold,
Okay.
using blind fighting to get around.
Continue to use it.
Hey, Max. Don't you have ventriloquism?
I do,
All right.
but
Think
not
about that
today.
Think about sleep on that one. Think about it.
What kind of noises should I make?
Cockatrice noises.
Okay.
All right, cool.
What does a cockatrice noise sound like?
Ask Notch. He should know.
Okay.
All right.
So I go over to Notch and whisper to him, "Do you know what a cockatrice sound like?"
I assume they sound like chickens, but bigger.
Okay, good to know.
And I still make like dinner for everybody each night.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
I make chicken dumplings the second night. I do the same thing with the second chicken. I punch the feathers off it.
where do you get the flour and
It's specifically on my character sheet.
Okay.
I didn't have to buy any freaking armor or any weapons aside from the dart. So all my money was mostly spent on ingredients, which include a pound of butter, a pound of nuts, 3 pounds of rice, 5 chickens. I have a nice tea set. I bought a pound of herbs and spices.
The finest herbs and spices.
I've got an iron pot, cooking utensils, and a cutting board.
Dang.
Okay.
Okay.
Whenever it's the next day, I will rememorize to.
Okay, it will be the next day. You guys are about 2.5 days away from the capital.
Okay, so when we are like midday, I'm going to go like a bit out of sight, like behind the opposite side of the wagon, where what's his name now? Michelangelo cannot see me and cast ventriloquism.
He's sitting on top of the wagon.
Oh well, whatever the
Yeah.
back side of him, so he cannot see me
Okay.
cast the spell. Let's see what component.
And so it says there has to be a noise that you can normally make. So I'll let you make me your cockatrice noise.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
The best chicken noise.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it come from like the right side of the road that we're traveling on, out in the woods, and the sound is going to be.
Okay. And give me a charisma check just to see how well you're.
Yes, plus 18.
Okay.
Well, it's a 1.
Can't wait to see that too.
Ooh, good thing I have
Ooh.
plus 18.
Okay.
That's close.
Okay. So Mike turns around and says, "Careful. Be careful. Cover any loose flesh. It sounds like there's cockatrice at the foot." He rolled a 1 on his check, so he completely failed.
So everyone turns around like.
I quickly rummage into my pack and get out like my biggest carving knife, and I don't know, some other utensil, a whisk or something. I don't know. And I start moving about the side of the road,
Okay.
listening for the cockatrice.
Does the wagon stop?
If you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay, Droby goes between the donkeys and readies her hands to cast a spell.
Mike kind of turns, looking at the direction that the sound is coming from, and says, "Be careful! It sounds like they're over in that direction," and points at the where the sound is coming from.
We must lure it over here. I'll hold the utensils in one hand as I'll pull out Rieta in the other. Rieta, now is your time to shine.
Okay.
Say something sexy.
Are any of you guys in like metal armor? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Brigandine is a mix between leather, and the inside is laid with metal plates.
Yeah, but your skin's not touching leather. It's leather. It's metal plates sandwiched between sections of leather, right?
Oh, I'm
let me-
definitely wearing splint mail.
Brigandine.
like full on covered everything in
Oh
metal.
no, the inside is metal, Neil. The inside is metal plates.
Well, Mike.
I thought it was metal between two layers of leather.
No, the inside. In some cases, but the
You wouldn't want the metal chafing against your skin. You would have some padding inside.
You would wear normal clothes under it.
Mike will call out to you. Be careful. Unless you have metal protecting your skin, the cockatrice attack is deadly. It will turn you to stone in an instant.
Wow, you must know a lot about cockroaches.
Dude,
The
gotta know what.
stonemason, it's what I do.
I see.
Like, mid-draw this far, I was like, okay, bro, alright.
Do they have to see you, or do you have to see them, or they have to breathe on you? How does this work?
They have to attack you with their beaks. On exposed flesh or cloth or leather, metal will prevent them from turning you to stone.
Or if I avoid being hit?
Yes, or if you do not get hit.
Well, the solution is simple then. I shall not be hit.
The Ruby will climb atop one of the donkeys.
Wherever it attacks, I will be somewhere else.
So as you guys are preparing for this,
I'm doing everything.
Max, how long do you keep making the sounds?
I'm gonna make the sound like get quieter and quieter. Like seems like
Okay.
it's going away from the party.
So as the sound diminishes, eventually there's silence and nothing coming from that direction.
I am most sorry. I've allowed it to escape.
Dang it, Notch. I was hoping for some good chicken wings tonight.
Yes, it would have been the greatest plate of wings ever served.
The most crunchy.
We're still gonna have chicken wings tonight, though, right?
But they wouldn't have been cockatrice wings.
They won't be. But now I'm craving some buffalo sauce.
You know what's better? Sriracha. Cock sauce goes great on those wings.
Perhaps I could, with maybe some oil and your peanut butter, make some sort of sauce.
Let's try it.
Okay, so we can approach the night if you guys continue moving. Okay. And then what is the watch order for tonight? Same as the first night, or?
Yeah, let's
sure.
just keep it the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need us to roll
So,
checks.
yes.
Say, well, it doesn't
Your
matter
perception
though,
check.
does it? Because no one has cast spells, so there are no spells to recover.
Well, I casted one.
Okay. And the second check. I believe it was you, Brock.
Ooh, just made it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And then dogs.
You're not instantly turned to stone.
Okay. So your dogs notice, and then shortly after you notice that there appears to be some movement to the southwest along the tree line. You sense some movement, but now that you're looking, you don't quite see anything there. You just see that there had been movement in the trees.
Fireball.
Okay. Okay, so roll me for damage at the fireball or at the location. Are you shooting it where you saw the movement?
Yeah, I'm shooting it that area.
You're actually casting a fireball?
Setting the forest alight.
Okay, let's see.
Everyone wakes up, probably.
Oh, definitely. You see, Nick? This is why
Let's see.
you go with-
Fireball, fire damages. Let's see.
I think Artie just goes slackjaw as the fireball streaks and then explodes. And he slowly turns to Zen as like oh my god, you went way overkill on that. It's like a squirrel in the tree, and he's like, just kill it. Just burn the whole forest down.
Okay, let's see. Yes. So let's make me some, or let me make some saves for
For squirrels?
yeah, and trees and
For the black-hooded squirrels.
okay. Okay. So there are like 4 trees that are very, very heavily on fire in that area. Pretty much the tree that you aimed at is just gone. There's just it just got blown to pieces. There's flying pieces of tree from the fire.
Suddenly I wake up like, what the?
What the hell?
It is very loud and wakes pretty much everyone up.
I'm just like,
The 9 hells is going on?
Someone got a little spooked.
Ruby slowly turns around. Jen?
Mm-hmm.
There was movement again. You saw what happened the night
We
saw
need to move before the wagon catches on fire.
we need to get the hell out of here.
You start packing up, hurry.
We'll let
We need
someone
to
else deal with it.
relocate.
Is there a stream nearby? For water is the fist of firefighting.
Yeah, basically, besides the river.
There is the river, which is a little ways behind where you guys have been. Although the fire is spreading to the north towards the road as well.
What's the
We must punch this fire. Think of all the creatures that make this forest their home.
Yeah, and think of yourself trying to fight that fire. It's pretty hot. I ain't going over there.
You keep it at bay while we start packing up our things and relocate.
I mean, I don't have any buckets with me to fight a fire that size.
Nope.
I don't have a great water
The
spell
Rock,
either.
do you wear a helmet?
I'm looking at the trees.
For a helmet is the bucket of the head.
Well, yes, I understand that. But, like you said, at least 4 trees are like thoroughly on fire.
There's like 4 or 5 trees that are just thoroughly on fire. It's been a kind of dry spell recently, not a lot of rain. Like these trees are going up like kindlings. There's some smaller brush fires from the tree that basically exploded, and there's the shrapnel from that is starting smaller fires. Like this thing is getting quickly growing to the point where it's growing out.
Droopy goes to Zen. Run?
It does not matter. We must do the best we can for the Sasquatch.
Run?
You know, Notch, if you want to go piss on that fire all night, be my guest. I'm gone.
So, which way is the wind blowing now?
The wind is blowing the fire to the north, slightly to the northeast, which would be in the direction that you guys are. The road from the fire was about 20 yards north, and that is now the fire is just starting to jump to the other side of the road.
Droopy is like fidgeting between going down the road. Run!
Oh yeah, I'm like, I've got all my crap. Like I packed that up. I got dressed. I'm
Yeah, you estimate you probably have about 5, maybe 10 minutes before the fire reaches your campsite.
Oh my god! All right, I pack up my donkey real quick, like.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to
with
keep
my
going
tents
to
and
Wicklow and
everything.
Warrenta now.
Well, hold on. Are we actually gonna have time to pack up all of our gear and then hitch the donkeys to the cart and keep the cart going? We have enough time to do all of that before the fire engulfs us?
Yeah, we've got
Could
6
have
we've got
enough
7
time
people.
for that.
We've got 7.
You have multiple people, and in 5 to 10 minutes of packing everyone.
Yeah, if somebody's hooking up the donkeys and somebody else is grabbing the tents.
Okay.
And if
As long as you guys don't stop talking about it for 5 minutes, you guys
We do it.
should have enough time.
Yes.
Well, the Rock and Droopy are currently running down the road. Droopy probably jumped onto him while he was running past.
I picked up all my crap. I'm like, guys, let's get out of here. Anyway, we make it out.
Yes. So you make it
curiously,
out.
I ask around, like, where did the fire come from?
Where do you
Everyone
think?
looks at them.
Someone doesn't live
don't
up
worry
to their
about it.
name very much.
So the fire.
And this time it's not the
Bro.
Rock.
While you guys
I
are
always live up to my name.
fleeing the fire does continue to grow. However, you do quite quickly outpace it. However, you have the orange glow against your backs into the night sky.
Roasty.
While we're fleeing, the Droopy is going to drop to them. Still impressive.
Well, thank you.
Probably killed everything in there. And
Yeah,
Droopy
should
looks
get a
back.
bunch of experience for it.
Droopy looks back. Probably will kill a lot more. The fire is just spreading throughout the forest. I think you have to paint a whole section just black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to stop again to camp anytime soon, or are you guys kind of just marching for that night? It's been now
Well,
about
there's a
2
forest
hours.
fire, so let's
There's a
not
forest
stop
fire.
for a few hours. Let's push it.
Like,
So
push it.
about 2, 3, 4 hours out, the fire is still raging behind. You can see it in the distance. However, you have gained quite a bit of ground on it.
If we can still see it, then let's keep going. Let's just
Yeah.
push all the way through the night.
Yeah.
So you guys make it all the way through the night. You travel. Dawn breaks. The fire seems to have, as dawn was approaching, the fire did seem to be subsiding. It looks like it was definitely, it's still going. There's a lot of smoke in the air, just thick smoke, but it's not that brilliant orange that you had. And that's partially due to the sun rising and just a lot just to do with just thick smoke everywhere. The wind's still blowing this direction, so you guys still have just smoke pelting your backs.
well, don't worry, guys. If something tries to attack us from the air, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to spot us.
Yes.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, now
Always
we
look on
have
the
smoke
bright side.
cover.
Nice. Got smoke screen.
All part of the plan.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Guys,
And then about halfway through the day on along the path, there is a side path that juts out towards Wiki Lambdo. And Mike Angelo tells you guys to take this small path.
are we going up the mountain?
Yes, he says in a manner.
Are we
of-
going to the fountain?
What's at the end of this path? I cast suggestion.
My master lies this way.
Oh, okay.
Are you using that spell right?
Yeah, actually, you have to suggest something.
Aren't you suggesting him to do a course of action?
Yeah. You basically would have to say, I suggest you tell me, or it would be the best course of action that you tell me, blah, blah, blah. Or,
Okay, well then I rephrase it like that.
Suggesting a course of action desirable to the spellcaster. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the condition sound reasonable. Asking a creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, immolate itself, or do some other obviously harm act automatically negates the effect
Or-
of the spell.
Or
However,
suggest him to
suggesting
give
that
me
a
an
pool
acid.
of acid was was actually pure water and a quick dip could be refreshing is another thing altogether. Urging a red dragon to stop attacking the wizard's party so the dragon and the party could jointly loot a rich treasure elsewhere is likewise a reasonable use of the spell's power. I'm done.
Well, it doesn't say anything about him giving me a answer to a
No,
question.
yeah, you just gotta. I
Yeah.
suggest you tell
Word
me what's
it.
going on up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can start every sentence with "I suggest" and it will work, right?
Sure.
But everybody will know your cast suggestion.
Okay. So along the path, after traveling for about an hour or so, there is a smaller path that appears to go downwards. And slowly you realize that it is almost as if this path is carved down into the stones of the rock. And you see it have an overhang, and there is a dark cave entrance.
What happened to the animals you were using to haul the cart? Why did they depart?
They were gone with the bandits, I would guess.
Such a shame. What did you have pulling it?
A few horse, too. But donkeys will do.
Okay.
And as you guys approach the cave, I think that's a good time for our last break.
All right. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.